That's right. It is Thursday. Another thirsty Thursday with the Sammies and Beer podcast. Thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate you all so very much.
And I can tell you right now, I am thirsty.
Thomas is thirsty. It's Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. Come have a beer with us. Stop by. Say hi. Say hello. Say it whatever language those are. The hola.
Ni hao. Annyeonghaseyo.
I don't know.
Konnichiwa.
I'm guessing one of those was Chinese, one was Korean, and the other one was Japanese.
You got them in order, yeah. Really, I'm impressed. Well, you've been okay.
So, now that I've shown off and taught you guys all a little bit of something, and Thomas taught you something, let's get down to the dirty stuff. This is the Sammies and Beer podcast. We are live every Thursday on Twitch, YouTube, as well as you can catch us on Apple Podcasts after I upload them, which is usually on Fridays. Thank you all so much. Again, with me as always, Tomas Rincon.
Yes, hello, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem.
He has survived the Alamo once again.
Hey, never forget, okay? And you may not take that seriously. It's right here.
Well, but my question for you is you being Mexican,
yeah,
and being Texan, do you which side do you celebrate?
The Texan one.
Okay, that's a don't be mad. Like, that's a fair question.
I don't think so. I don't think that's a fair question at all.
How is that not a fair question?
Because it's Texas. I claim Texas more than I do Mexican.
Okay.
Every time.
Well, then, as the true Texan that you are, can you name the Six Flags over Texas?
Like the amusement park in Dallas? Or in Fort Worth?
Do you know what Six Flags stands for?
No.
So the reason that it's called Six Flags is because it's a Texas-based company, and there are 6 countries that have owned Texas.
Oh.
Or have flown their flags over the state of Texas. So that's why they call it Six Flags over Texas.
I had no idea.
Can you name the countries that have owned Texas?
Mexico, America, Spain, maybe France? I could see that.
France is right. Good call. Yep.
Maybe France. I could see.
And that's actually how the United States got us, was we purchased it from France during the Louisiana Purchase.
Yes, I was, yeah. But the other two.
Got 4.
Canada, Spain. Portugal, maybe?
Nope.
Just thinking of country. England?
Nope. And I'll give you this. The 2 other flags are not countries to this right now. They're not countries at all.
Oh, well, then I would have no idea.
So, at one point it was his own country, and it was the Republic of Texas.
Well, I should have been a given.
That's 5.
Yeah, that's fair. I fucked up.
The other one is it was part of the Confederacy, so it flew the Confederate flag.
Oh, okay. It was a part of the Confederacy. Gotta have them boys, I guess. I don't know.
Well, just giving you some knowledge with
Texas
you being
knowledge.
that true Texican that you are.
Yeah, it's the funny thing is the lineage of my family can be traced to Texas, both when it was owned by Mexico and it wasn't. Like, it's just they kind of always just stayed here indigenously, right. And then just bred with everybody that came around. I got some parts Indian, and I don't mean the feather. Like,
oh, okay. I like how you clarified there.
Yeah, you gotta clarify. I was like, okay. Yeah. But I got I think 6% black. So that's what
have you done an Ancestry DNA?
No, Junior did.
Do you think that they're 100% right though?
Probably not, but it's funny to joke about.
I mean, like, do you think they just send stuff like, this is where you are?
I think they do a sample size. They have to base it off of somebody, right? Because I've seen some. Yeah, because I've seen some. Like a friend of mine at my unit, she did it. And you know how, like, when I did it, there's like 15 different lines, right, for my brothers? Because the military's not allowed to do it. There's like 15 different lines.
Well, you're not allowed to.
No. She did it, or her brother did it, I guess.
Why are you not allowed to?
I don't know. They say, hey, don't do this. And I say, yes, Sergeant. So, but they did their families, and there was like 3 lines. and it was just like England, France, Polish. That was it. And that's just the three things.
Okay.
So I think it's kind of accurate. Not super like down to the nitty gritty, but
I don't know.
Somewhere along my line, someone fucked someone from India. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Nice. Where'd it go?
I've been waiting for this all day. This right here.
All right. Well, then, by all means, don't let me be the one to stand in your way. Go ahead and start us off with a shot.
So my shot for today is going to be, and it's a very specific one. It's weird. Is going to be for the parents that no matter what will never stop taking care of their kids. I had a patient who is in his mid-50s, and he had a stroke. And he wasn't a zombie, but he could walk around, feed himself, do everything, but he just couldn't really take care of himself. He couldn't work, stuff like that. It just, he wasn't all there. And so when I went to take him to where he stays, his mom was there waiting for us. And she is apparently there every single day to take care of him and talk to him and make sure he's doing okay. And so that is just an example of parents that really do go above and beyond past the 18 limit mark. They're always there for their kids. So this one's for you. That was badass to see.
Just straight shots of vodka? Just some straight Tito's?
Gluten-free. Gluten-free.
Gluten-free. Were you worried about those gluten sneaking up on you?
Well, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. We're going to talk about all of that.
All right. Well, I did something interesting. I asked somebody for my shot against. Mm-hmm. And I asked somebody totally random. I've had 2 dentist visits this week. My mouth has been numb on both sides. They had to remove some plaque. And I was listening to podcasts today and got to chatting with I don't know what you call it. It's not...
the dental
hygienist. Yes. I don't know why I was thinking nurse anesthetician, but the dental hygienist. And, we just were chatting, and I said, hey, so this is a thing that we do on our podcast. I was like, as a dental hygienist, who do you have a shot at? What pisses you off about being a dental hygienist?
Is it going to be people that don't floss? Because that's at you, dude.
No. Nope, she did not bitch at me about that. And I read an article that actually...
So you saw a TikTok?
I breathe when I sleep with my mouth open. And so it creates a lot more bacteria, which is where the plaque comes from. It was an article that I saw with a holistic dentist.
So a TikTok with a holistic dentist?
Yes.
Okay. But I will say that does make sense. When I fall asleep with my mouth open, I do feel icky on the inside.
So I might look at getting like some mouth tape or something. That's a thing. People will tape their mouth shut.
You just need a CPAP for you, dude.
I have a CPAP.
Yeah, you need mouth tape then. Okay. Fair enough.
Like I just breathe through my mouth with my mask on. So, what she said, the biggest thing that pisses her off is how people talk to the hygienists when they're in there. She said that they have had people come in and make her coworkers cry with how rude they are with the things that they're telling them. So, they're just there doing their job. They didn't take care of your teeth. They don't control prices. They have a job. Don't fucking go in and yell at them. And if it's you, go fuck yourself.
Damn, yelling at the hygienist? I could get, like, people who don't want to talk to their hygienist because your hands are in my mouth. I can't really talk to you.
Yeah.
Like, they ask me questions when they're, like, fucking knuckles deep in my teeth. I'm like, ah. Like, what? But, okay. That was really cool of you. I hope that person...
I thought it was interesting.
Yeah. I think it's interesting that someone's mean to a dental hygienist. I wouldn't be mean to someone who's that close to my gums with metal instruments.
Yeah, no.
Jesus.
I thought about bringing her candy.
I know, now I'm going to bring her flowers next time I go to the dentist. It's just for you guys. Fuck.
Please don't hurt my mouth.
Yeah, that'll fuck you up for days. Oh. Yeah. I did get a brush for my back while I shower now because I'm at that point of my life that I need a brush to clean the rest of my back. I love it. I've been it scratches every itch imaginable. I'm super happy.
You got a back scratcher, not something to wash your back.
But I put soap on it, like it's meant for the shower. I put soap on it, it's got bristles, and I'm just scrubbing the shit out of my back.
I foresee you like taking lazy to a whole new level. Like you don't bend over to wash your balls anymore, your legs. You just stand in one position and use that thing for everything now, don't you?
No.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. It's so convenient. It just feels it exfoliates good. It gets in there. I don't use it on my balls though, because I use it on my face. Things I use on my balls, I don't use on my face.
It's soap, so it's getting them clean. So I mean,
but still, it's just I don't know. It's a thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I do use the menthol shampoo on my balls, get them nice and crispy.
Sweet. How about you got your shot 4?
Yeah, so I did my shot 4.
I just all of a sudden looked at myself in the camera and I was like, wait, is my mouth still somewhat droopy? Because like when I went to smile earlier, like it would be like
it is a little droopy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see it. Are you having a stroke? Can you do this?
No.
For me? No. Close your eyes.
What does that do?
Yeah, you're not having a stroke. So, it's a part of the stroke scale. So you have them stick their hands out, right? And whatever side they're deficit on, the opposite side hand will do this slowly, and they won't realize it. It's the same as the smiling and looking for facial drooping. It's just a more obvious technique. And I do it all the time. And people are like, "This is so dumb," and usually it is because usually they're fine. But every now and then you get that old motherfucker who's just going like, I mean, they can't even tell. And you're just like, we gotta take you to fucking get CT'd real fast, like, to see if we can push TIA or not. So,
well, a good friend of my wife's actually she's in her 30s and she had a stroke because she got COVID.
Yes, that's possible. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how they were related, but I mean, she was perfectly healthy up to that point. Had COVID and then...
But she could have also not have been perfectly healthy at that point. All it just takes is a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. I mean, we lost someone real close to us at my unit. She was in her late 30s, early 40s. Just, boom, done.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It'll just take you out. And there's 2 different types. Typically, the most common 2 types is one caused by a clot, which you can use a clot buster, which you start an IV for, which is super awesome, right? It literally just clears the clot right away. So there's very low deficit, like it's great. The other one's an aneurysm. And so the clot buster will basically like thin out your blood, right? So that it can push it through. But if you have an aneurysm and you diagnosed it wrong and you push the TIA, that person is dead.
I was gonna say, like,
there's
I thought you were saying the second kind of stroke was an aneurysm, and I'm like, I don't think that's what an aneurysm is.
It is. Hemorrhagic stroke. Aneurysm on the vein wall in the brain. So where it's spewing blood into the pleural cavity of the brain space? Yeah.
Yes.
So when you
but
push...
a stroke is a blockage of...
They're both strokes.
A blood vessel.
They're going to both present with the exact same signs and symptoms. So you have to be very careful. So so if you're having an aneurysm and you push the TIA, that person is just... There's nothing you can do. They're dead now. So
it happens.
With my limited medical knowledge. Just really interesting. My sister wants to be a nurse now, and so I've been talking to her about, nursing techniques and stuff like that, and it's actually really cool to talk to someone about it that doesn't know anything and is really interested. It's really fun. So I'm pretty happy. I've been having a shitty week, but I'm not letting it get to me. And
so what you're saying, what you like is spewing all the knowledge that you know onto somebody else,
onto a sponge, because she's just eating it up. Just it's so cool. It's so cool. I like teaching, but
you got another shot coming.
So, all right. Listen here. I don't have anything against homeless people. I'm gonna preface this one. If that's your decision, that's your decision, right? I've actually met some pretty fucking cool homeless people. I'm on a first name basis with at work. But to the homeless people that we saw on camera looking into my Jeep and fucking around with it while I'm at work and it's parked at work, go fuck yourself. Leave my Jeep alone. It's in a park in an industrial area in the bad side of town. So we've been having some issues. Nothing's been stolen. Catalytic converter's still there, but it's
Good stuff.
Not happy.
I got a question for you.
What?
Is homelessness a choice?
Yes, for some people it is. I've met plenty of homeless people that prefer to be homeless.
What percentage of them would you say?
Maybe about 15%, 20%. You'll get a lot that say it, but you can tell they don't mean it, and then you get the ones that you can tell they're just happy. They're happy being homeless.
So you think it's that low at 15%?
10 to 15%. It's not. In my personal viewpoint, it's not a lot, but I mean they deal with it obviously.
Well, yeah, I mean, we all deal with shit.
One of the guys, his name was Shoeshine because he shined shoes. We called him Shoeshine. He was at my old station. He'd fight off other homeless people trying to steal from our ambulances.
Wait, how did he get his nickname?
He shined shoes.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure how he got that nickname.
Our boots were always nice and shiny for like $10.
For $10?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's steep.
He's homeless. And he'd always have, he would sleep by our station, and he'd always, every now and then there would be a girl sleeping next to him all the time, and then, a few days later she's gone, and we're like, Shoeshine, what happened? And he's like, man, she wouldn't take a fucking shower. She wouldn't clean herself. It's like, that's fucking nasty, dude.
That is nasty.
Yeah, I can't fathom being homeless, but I do believe there are people out there that enjoy it.
I think there's a lot of people that choose it.
Yeah, probably. I think the choices
I think it's
made,
higher than 15%.
I think the choices they've made have put them there and they accept it. But I think if you give a homeless...
That might be the right way. I mean, obviously, if you give any one of them and you're like, hey, here's a house, do you want it? And they're going to be like, fuck yeah, I'll take it.
Exactly.
But they don't want to do the things that are necessary to have a house.
Yes. And take and maintain and take care of it, and
even if you had an apartment for them, they wouldn't.
And there are some places that working at the oil fields, they'll put you up in a hotel and stuff, and they'll look and they'll tell them, they'll hire them because it's dangerous and it's physical labor. A lot of them say no. Okay, well, fuck. Uncle Sam's always hiring. And we've had that. We've had troops that were homeless and they joined the military because they were homeless. 18, 19-year-old kids whose parents kicked them out of their houses the minute they graduated high school and had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And so they were... It is super fucked. One guy in my basic training flight, he was sleeping on a park bench for 2 weeks until he shipped off. They asked him what job he wanted, and he said, I don't care.
The one that gives me a place to sleep.
Yeah. So everyone's complaining about basic training and how bad the beds are and how shitty the food is, and he's just over there fucking sleeping like a rock and eating 3 squares a day. he was right? Happy. So yeah. I can't knock him. People have had it much harder than I have, so I can't say too much.
Oh yeah. So speaking of people who have harder than I have or harder than we have, my shot is going to go to the people. Y'all know one. Everybody knows one. That's always in a good mood. Mm-hmm. There's plenty of there's not plenty of them. There's a few people that every time you see them, they're in a good mood. They're happy. And cheers to you, because I try to put a smile on my face as much as I can, but I'm grumpier way more than what I want to be. I snap at my wife, I snap at my kids, and so if I wish I had the ability to put a smile on my face and be just a ray of sunshine like some people are. When you walk up to them, I'm not that big of a hugger, but when they walk up, I'm like, oh, we're getting a hug, let's go. So yeah. Cheers to you.
I think I only know one person like that.
I know a couple, And I know a couple of people that really try to fake it.
Oh, I know a lot of people that try to fake it. I try to fake it sometimes just to make myself be more happy.
Yeah.
But
well,
I
don't try to fake it to make myself be more happy, but you can tell like if you're somebody that they don't like, and then they're like, "Oh my god, how are you?" And it's like, you fucking hate me. That's funny.
This is great
because I fucking hate you too.
I've known that the ray of sunshine I'm talking about since my sophomore year of high school, so like 12 years, and she's actually in the military, working a job that coincides with my job, and so a lot of my people have deployed with her, and they all say this exact same thing.
Yeah.
I had the biggest crush on her, but she, like every other female in high school, when my brother was there, was in love with my older brother.
Carlos.
Nope, Junior.
I know.
Yeah. Nah, Carlos didn't get a lot of attention either. It's okay.
It's alright, he's got Ranger.
Ranger's so cute. Did you see that TikTok I sent you of the golden retriever blowing a whistle?
Blowing a whistle?
He was blowing. Oh, I think I
Did you send it to me today?
No, it was a while ago.
I've never seen one blowing a whistle.
It's in his mouth, and he's just...
No, I have not seen that.
I'll find it again, and I'll send it to you again. It's the cutest thing.
Okay. So, we are into our intro. It's only been 25 minutes. Calm down. That's a normal intro time.
No, I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say to you, you know?
But, topic of the day is Tomas and I have been working hard on a bet that we made, if y'all remember.
A bet that it looks like I'm going to lose.
To get into better shape and to lose some weight and, just kind of all around make ourselves better as opposed to defiling ourselves like we did for the first year and a half that we knew each other.
Yeah, we really went off the deep end for a little while there.
Yeah. It was COVID. It was,
lonely times. Yeah, no, I actually don't know what I would have done if I didn't have you as a friend during that time period. I was just not doing well, so. And now we're building each other up and working out. And now, are you going to win this next this little cycle? You are. It's looking that way because I've been working out cardio, but I haven't been doing a lot of musculoskeletal, like strength training. I've been doing a lot of calisthenics, push-ups, sit-ups, that works. So, it is what it is. But I would like to propose that we take an annual camping trip. It's been twice, so now it's a trend. So
3 times becomes a habit.
Yeah, exactly. So we're at a trend. So I would like to keep the bet going, even if even when I lose this cycle, I want to keep it going for the next year.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, and it kind of worked out with like a good timing because they say it takes around 21 days to create a habit, and we did it with I think it was about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And so, like, we've definitely gotten into that habit zone. Like, I actually, like... So, the topic for today is we're going to talk about working out, things that we've enjoyed about it, things that we haven't enjoyed about it, things that we've seen change. And so, like, one thing is I know now, like, I got to get my 3 workouts in a week. Like, the first week I did it, I did 6. And so I did, and I've broken it up where I do, and this is weight training. I try to walk every day. But I do abs and back and shoulders, and then I do chest and arms, and then I do my legs. So those are my 3 days. And so I did 1 of each. Then I had a day off, and then I do 1 of each. And so I'm like, I can do, because if you're, for my legs, that's 4 days of rest, or doing a workout, 3 days of rest, doing a workout.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, it works well when I have the time, but the time, I just don't always have the time. Like, it's, I work from 8 to 5. and then we've got baseball games, and we've got this, and we've got that, and somebody asked me one night. It was actually at volleyball. They're like, I don't remember what I was talking about, but they were like, "Well, what time do you go to bed?" And I'm like, "I go to bed at about midnight." They're like, "Why do you go to bed at midnight?" And I said, "Because I only get about an hour to 2 hours. That's me time. That I don't have to worry about my kids. I'm not interacting with my wife, because like once my kids go to bed, then I'm spending time with my wife because I want to spend time with her. I want to enjoy our time together, but I also want my time, and even if it's just sitting on my phone for an hour or things like that, like that's just my time. And that's kind of where I'm able to like mentally recruit myself
and build testosterone, actually.
I don't know how I do that. I don't think I'm jerking off.
That's how you lose testosterone when you jerk off. That's how you replenish testosterone, by the way.
How?
That's so, like, think about it like this. Trend-wise, men in the 50s, 60s, and 70s would, like, habitually, like, sit on a porch, drink tea or drink whiskey, and just stare into nothing, right? And do nothing and be nothing. And then in the 80s, with the popularization of television, the staple for the father was to get into like a chair or a recliner and watch television and turn their brain off and watch television. And then nowadays, our generation is actually more playing video games or also watching television or being on your phone and just zoning. And so that calm state helps you rebuild, first of all, like a sense of self and testosterone.
I didn't know that.
Which is necessary for your continued, like,
sanity.
Health. Yeah, well, yeah. Women do it in a different way, but I didn't look at that part of the study. This isn't even a TikTok or an article. This is a study that I read up on. I had to do a report on it. I didn't look into that because that's not where my report was about. But, like, it's a big thing where if you don't take that time to yourself to do nothing, you it looks like you're doing something, but you're really, like, just zoned out. Like, doing nothing, then you will have a negative effect overall. And for some dudes,
I believe it.
Some dudes, that's reading, or that's journaling, or writing poems. There's a million fucking things, but you just need to have that recoup time, or you're just awful to everybody.
Yeah, I believe it.
So it's really interesting. It's actually pretty fucking awesome.
So yeah, that's just a little of some things that, and so that's where like now it's like if I can get 3 workouts in a week, like I know I have to get my 3 workouts in, and
it's a routine.
Yeah, it's become, and honestly, like I hated doing leg days, but I've learned things to make them better.
Yeah.
Like for one, I do my cardio before I do my legs as opposed to doing it after.
Oh,
Don't do it after. Don't do it after.
No,
terrible. But just little things like that like now I enjoy doing the workout. And I've kind of figured out what works for me. So like what are some things that you've noticed? I mean, I know you've been getting up and running, and you said you've been doing calisthenics and cardio,
yes,
and body weights.
So I went kind of the opposite route that you did. On working out, you went more stationary body, actual weights, lifting heavy. I went just straight running and calisthenics because I needed to lose weight and I needed to pass PT test. So my casual workout, my most casual workout is a Warrior 100. I have a block that I run around that's exactly a quarter mile. So I'll do 1/4 mile and then I'll do as many push-ups till failure. Same thing, sit-ups till failure, squats till failure, and then finish it with burpees till failure. And that's like one good workout for me, which is just a Warrior 100 is what it's called. It's super awesome. That's my first day. My second day, I do as many miles as I can at a slow pace, breathing mostly through my nose, which I've researched that, and my paramedics help me with that. It's to help my cardiovascular health and kind of build up a better rhythm. So been working on that quite a while. And then my last day is a 1.5 mile sprint. So just to see how...
1.5 mile sprint. That's
Just run the mile.
I don't think you can call that a sprint.
Run the mile and a half as fast as I can, essentially.
Okay, that's okay. I can understand that.
Yeah. Or is someone typing in the chat?
Yeah, 2 people. 2 first-time chatters.
What are they saying?
One gave a girl with a guy's face, and the other one just put a smiley face. So,
Well, I'm happy to see it.
Well,
Thanks, guys.
welcome. Thanks for chatting.
That could be your dental hygienist.
I hope not. Ooh, there's a third one.
But it's been interesting. I actually look forward. My workouts are a reward now. As
A reward?
Yes, I've been treating them more of as a reward for me to have time to myself away from everybody else. It's actually really nice. It's been really, really nice. But the big thing I wanted to talk about was this. Huge cutback from this overall. Has been weird. The first few weeks, I didn't like it for obvious reasons. It's an addiction. It is what it is. And now, like, I can get buzzed off a couple beers. Like, this shit rocks.
It's fiscally responsible, brother.
Yeah, it is. These 2 shots, I'm like, I'm doing good. So I'm excited for our trip because I'm just going to bring, like, a case and, we can party rock it out. But
That'll last me a week.
Yeah, kind of.
2 shots, 2 beers, and I'm going to bed.
I'm getting old. I'm definitely like the times of drinking a lot they're gone. Recovery takes too long. I'm hungover for like 3 days. I can't fucking deal with it. But yeah, I am excited for our trip and to drink. But last trip I drank a lot. This trip I'm not doing that. How have you been with alcohol? Because I don't know how often you drink.
I just kind of have allowed it to, like, that's kind of been the fun part for me is like I haven't tried to go crazy with it to where like I stopped like drinking or I stopped, like I didn't even stop doing my own thing. Like if I wanted to take a weekend off, like when we went camping, I took the weekend off and I ate burgers and I didn't, focus on anything because I've been really focusing on what I've been eating. I've been focusing on my protein intake and lowering my calories because one thing that like a lot of people don't tell you, or maybe they do and I just never heard it, but like it's super hard. Like you were talking cardio. Okay, when I started this, I was probably 278. Was probably the heaviest weight that I weighed myself at.
Okay.
So running, for a guy like me, the suggested weight is about 180. So I'm 100 pounds over of where a 5'10" guy is supposed to be.
That's fucking ridiculous.
I think 180 would be too skinny.
When I was 180, I was in a size 28 waist line for my fucking blues. Like I have those shits in the closet. You want to see me try to put those on? They can't go past my kneecaps at this point. Those motherfuckers are done.
But so trying to run in something like that is like I'm carrying an extra 100 fucking pounds. Running, I can do it, but my knees, my shins, like everything hurts because imagine trying to having an extra 100 pounds on you.
I suppose that makes sense.
Or squatting, or doing any of that stuff. And so I've had to adjust what my expectations were of what I was going to be able to do versus what I am able to do because I have to focus on losing the weight before I can get super into what I want to do because I want to be able to run.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, have you tried actually adding weight to yourself while walking?
No.
I completely recommend that. Before we met, I was at this weight.
Adding weight?
Yes. Not body weight, obviously. Don't eat extra burgers.
I'm not going to do that.
But before we met, I was like before COVID, the year before COVID hit, I was this size, and I lost a ton of weight in 6 months by rucking, right? I would put on a weighted vest and carry a weighted backpack and do that. And I did that for about 6 months, and everyone thought I was doing drugs because of how much weight I lost. And it really wasn't that hard. I wasn't running, I was just walking. It sucked for the first couple months, right? Because it's heavy and it's a lot. But the weight just fucking falls right off you. So if you really want to lose weight fast, but you just have to be careful because of your knees. My knees are still fucked up because of that. And
well, thanks for the recommendation, friend.
Well, it's still like, you don't have, because I did 80 pounds. Well, you don't have to do that. Add 20 and you'll see a noticeable difference.
I'm already carrying an extra 80 pounds.
Also, I guess that was a raid or something weird with robots.
Yeah, I don't know. They're trying to get me to buy something or something.
Yeah, it's like, hello, I tested free service streamdetails.com, add viewers to you, firework. Really climbed up a lot, try it. That was weird.
Non-binary pride. That was what lost me.
Yeah. That was weird. I appreciate the 11 viewers that were robots, so...
Yeah.
Whatever. No, but adding extra weight and then walking will help, believe it or not.
I've been, you know, when we have time, I've been doing a lot of walking. I've been focusing on getting 10,000 steps a day, like even on days that I'm not able to work out, you know. Today was actually, so I ran a mile today. Well, I didn't run the full mile. I would run half of a lap, and then I would walk a half a lap.
Okay.
And then I'd run a half a lap, and then I'd walk a half a lap. And, you know, like I was, you know, you'd see stuff where like, oh, get back into running and, you know, start out like this. And it was like run for a minute and then walk for 9 minutes and then run for a minute and then walk for 9 minutes. And then day 2, run for 2 minutes and walk for 8 minutes. And I'm like, that's for people who weigh what they're supposed to weigh. That's not for fucking a fat motherfucker like me.
You know what you should try? And I'm thinking about trying it too if you want to do it together. Is the couch
testosterone?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I actually got tested for that. I'm good.
Oh, I haven't been tested, but I don't think I have an issue.
I thought I wasn't going to be good, and I am good. So I was like, okay. Which is why I got tested. No, the couch to 5K. So going from
couch to
couch to 5K. So it's like from sitting on your couch all day to running a 5K, and it's a long like progression. There's apps. I kind of want to weed out which one's good and which one's bad. But it will take you from potato, and you have to like put in your height and your weight, and so it takes into account all these things and like what your ideal is. And everyone I know that's done it said it's the best thing that's ever happened to them. That it actually works. You just got to stick with what they tell you to do. And it's someone like you put the music on, and someone's talking to you in your headphones, right? I'm like, all right, you're gonna start running in 5 seconds, and they count down, and then you start running, and then like, all right, start slowing down. Cool down in 60, 30, you know, and so guide it.
Interesting.
I thought I'd try it.
I've never done anything like that before. Like everything I've ever tried and done has all been like self-led. Like, you know, like the workouts that I'm doing, I got an app that allowed me to put in the workouts that I want to do. And, you know, I've obviously watched or read plenty of articles on TikTok about, you know, what to hit, what not to hit, you know, things like that. They say you're supposed to work out. I think they said 3 exercises per body area a week. So like 3 tricep workouts, 3 bicep, 3 chest. So I've kind of tried to incorporate some of that. I'm probably totally fucking it all up, but
at least you're trying. The biggest thing is that you're trying, dude.
Yeah, I mean, and it's working. I mean, I'm down almost 20 pounds.
That's awesome.
So
you're definitely gonna win. That's okay.
Yeah. And like I said, and it's been enjoyable. Like I'm now like liking I'm like doing it. I like going for a walk. I like trying to run, like getting my heart rate up. Like it's kind of like a goal. Like I was mad. I was doing incline walks where I'd set it up to like an 8.5 and then walk at like a 3 miles per hour. And I'm looking down at my thing and I'm like, why am I not fucking why is my heart rate at 97? Why am I not over 110? Like,
it's because
my heart's getting better.
Yeah, it's
so
getting used to
effort.
Yeah, gotta put in. Yeah, that's awesome. That's actually really cool. And the biggest thing for me is that we're doing this together. Like, because if I were to try to work out, say with Gabe, I'd be left in the fucking dust. Yeah, I'd be left in the dust. It's two fat dudes working out together and figuring it out. It's nice. Yeah. Which is really cool that we're doing two different routes.
Mm-hmm.
I really think that's interesting. I've noticed my strength go up in weird ways. Like, usually when I pick up a patient to put them in the ambulance, you have to lift, right? It's on an axle. Like, you put the wheels down, you lift, and it rolls the wheels up, and you push them in. We used to always do it together, me and my partner, right, to make it easier. But I'm like, well, let me do it. So I've just been doing that more and more, and how easier it's getting, and like picking up patients, like grabbing the bed sheets, just doing that and putting them on the bed when they're 120, 140 pounds, which they're little to me, but that's not a little bit of weight. It's decent.
No.
So.
No, that's awesome.
It's really cool to see the impact of everything, because I don't have numbers to go off of. I just have reps,
Yeah. It's been fun to watch the numbers go up on, like, my bench and my squat and, like, doing more weight than what I definitely... Like, when I first started, like, that's one thing people don't warn you about. Like, when you first start doing it again, especially, like, weightlifting, I was so fucking sore.
Oh. Yeah.
Like, the first day I did, like, arms, like, the next day, and it was super weird. This is super weird. The next day, I was okay. It was the second day, and I could barely lift my fucking arms.
Delayed offset muscle soreness. Very common, yes.
So then I'd squat, and then I could barely fucking stand and barely go upstairs. And now, like, the next day after leg day is... Stairs aren't my friend, but I can make it up and hobble up them. But, like, the first time that nobody warns you about is not being able to, like, lifting my arms, just like, oh my God, trying to just squeeze your arms in.
Yep.
And now it's like, I love arm day. I love when you get done, especially like doing your triceps and bicep works out, and your arms just feel like swollen.
They are in fact swollen. It's called
and
a pump.
they feel it, and I'm like, God, I feel fucking huge right now.
That's called a pump. That's a thing. Like, I
didn't know that.
People will do that, like in movies and stuff. Like, they'll do an extra little arm workout before a scene in a movie, so they look bigger, because it's true. You're vasodilated, blood's going into your muscles. They're trying to heal and recover and be activated, so they're bigger.
Nice. I had no idea.
No idea. I knew guys that when we would go to, like, South Padre Island for spring break, they'd go to the gym in the hotel and do what we called a pump, which was 30 minutes of just arm workouts, just so they looked bigger for a little while longer.
Makes sense. I mean, it definitely, like I said, when I get done, I feel big.
That's pretty cool.
I don't feel big with my legs, though.
Oh, that's the only part of me that does feel big. I got some fucking hams.
Well, I've got big legs. They just don't feel big after leg day.
That's fair. Not yet.
Yeah.
You gonna wear short shorts with me like Gabe did on our camping trip?
I wear shorts. I don't need to wear shorts.
I want them to be at least above the knee.
All my shorts are like right knee level.
I want like bottom third of the thigh.
I mean, I don't want to wear my rugby shorts.
See, that sounds awesome.
I've had rugby shorts and I wore them. I don't know if I still have them or not. I had an old pair of Joe Camel white cotton shorts. You know who Joe Camel is?
I don't.
The, like, Camel Lights, the brand of cigarettes?
Yeah.
It was those. Joe Camel was their mascot. Cigarette companies used to have mascots. Like, there was the Marlboro Man.
They used to have advertisements.
Oh yeah, big advertisement. But, like, these are like white with a big Joe Camel on the side. They're so trashy.
Sounds awesome.
They're so awesome.
I kind of want one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just realized also we're camping on Father's Day.
We leave on Father. Well, we get there on Father's Day.
Yeah,
yes.
we get there on Father's Day. I was like, oh shit, sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
He's going TDY, so it's fine.
He's going to where?
TDY, like temporary. I actually don't know what it stands for. Basically, the Air Force or the government pays for you to go on a trip somewhere to get either do work or training or something. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Well, and I'll say it worked out for us because my wife gets to be her father for Father's Day.
I got my dad a nice gift to make up for it.
I haven't seen my dad in years, so
that's fair.
I'll actually be 5 in August.
Nice.
Yeah. Party.
I got my old man a custom leathered apron for like barbecue and smoking and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
With pockets and with his name, but not his name. It just says Big Papa. That's what he's always liked to be called. So it's just like, all right.
Shouldn't it be Big Papi? I mean, you guys are Mexican.
That gets kind of sexual. You gotta. It's like saying Big Daddy. So
okay. So Big Papi is not a
no. Okay. Even like, you won't hear anyone call anyone Papi. It's always Papa.
Even after the Jay-Z or the Biggie song, I like it when you call me Big Papa.
Where do you think that came from? What I just said, Big Papa. Where do you think it came from?
All right. Okay. Yeah. Fine.
Yeah. It was his Xbox gamer tag when we all played on the 360.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's just something he likes. He likes it when I call him that or Pops instead of anything else.
So have you been focusing, like speaking of cooking and the gift, have you been focusing on eating and what you've been eating, what you've been drinking, things like that?
Kind of. I try when I'm at work. It's hard for obvious reasons. I'm in an ambulance all day. I kind of just eat whatever I can. So I pack lunches. And I've been packing a lot of high protein snacks, so I'll like make chicken breasts and cube it up for myself and just put Tabasco sauce on it because that's a flavor that I like. Mm-hmm. So not a ton, but just a little bit, mix it up so it got spice and it's seasoned chicken breast. And I will literally eat those cubes, like just throw them in my mouth, and it solves my snacking crave. And then I'll pack a sandwich, but I only use one slice of bread. So it's like more of like a flatbread, I guess, technically. But just cutting carbs where I can. But I also need carbs for the job that I'm doing. I'm doing a lot of walking, lifting, moving.
Yeah.
And then I've cut down my calories that I intake while drinking. The Kool-Aid is the first Kool-Aid I've had, I think, in a month. It's been a while. I usually do the 0-calorie electrolyte Mio or the 0-calorie energy Mio to give me some flavor. And I drink
black cherry Mio?
No, I use I thought I had it. It's like tropical blend for the energy one, and then the electrolyte one's a blue one, like a blue raspberry, whatever.
Okay.
I try to cut as many calories as I can where I can, and then on my days off when I can cook, I cook for me and my family. So I'll try to make healthier meals. Today, my dad said he really wanted steak, so we went to we have a butcher down the street, like literally I could walk there. So I did, and he had great prices, great cuts of meat. So we had some steak and baked potatoes and stuff like that.
But surprisingly, like a steak isn't super. I mean, obviously, steak is higher in calories than chicken. Mm-hmm. But eating a steak and like a baked potato is actually a really healthy meal for you.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Like, potatoes are super low in calories, and they keep you the fullest the longest. Mm-hmm. So like they're a great thing. Like I ate a ton of potatoes when I was first starting out, just to help like eat, but not put on a ton of calories because you want to eat and you're hungry.
The big thing you got to watch for also is your fat intake, which is easy for me to monitor because if I intake too many fats, I start shitting my brains out. So that's an easy adaptation for me. But like, I don't know. It's been nice. I feel better in the morning. I don't feel like crap when I wake up in the morning anymore. And I didn't realize that I did feel like crap every day. It's lifted my mood. It's let me be better at a lot of things. Focus is going up. Nicotine isn't an issue, kind of. I have a very...
You gotta have one vice at least.
I just have a very skewed opinion of it because In studies, it has been shown that nicotine before tests and other certain things increases mental cognition and recall. It's a positive thing. It's just the way that you absorb it. Vaping's not good for you. Dip isn't good for you. Cigarettes aren't good for you. But I've heard that
What about like Nicorette gum?
That is better. Which I was on the tangent of. They have packets called Zen, and there's like a bunch of different brands where it's just Nic salts. There's nothing else. There's no fillers, no additives, nothing. It's just nicotine. And you put it like a dip, and apparently it's a lot better for you than all the other things. But I mean, all this stuff, it's so new. We're not really gonna know until later on down the line. But allegedly, this is better. I gave it a try, but it gave me heartburn. So there was that.
That sucks.
Yeah, but I drink 8 bottles of water a day. So that's nice too.
What size of water bottles?
Just the 12 ounce, like 18, 16 ounce. Like you buy a case of water, that water bottle size.
Oh, those are like 12.6 ounces.
I drink 8 of them a day,
which is 96.
That's decent. That's a decent amount of water. And then that's not on top of like the Mio electrolyte or the Power Propel or the Gatorade. And
that's not on top, or that's in with those included.
That's not including those.
Okay.
So I really wanted to flush the system of all the alcohol
and drinking. Like I found drinking water really helps like not be hungry too, or like drinking a big glass of water before you eat allows you not to eat as much and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. My biggest craving at night, because some people crave sweets at night.
Sometimes.
I've never had that issue. I don't like sweet things. It's not even a brag. It's just not my thing. But the chicken cubes or lunch meat, I will eat the fuck out of those at night. So I have to watch my sodium intake now. I've learned.
Okay.
Because of that. It's cured meat, so it's not great for me. But it's been really cool. It's been actually really nice, and I'm excited to see where we are like 6 months from now and how we look and how we feel.
Yeah, because I hope you know when we go camping in a week, I'm not following any part of my diet anymore.
That week is for.
And then when we get back, I'm gonna get right back into my routine.
I got the RV with a toilet for a reason. I'm gonna eat some fucking bad food. I'm so excited for your burgers. Oh, I'm so excited. I kind of wish I would have asked your wife to make pickles before, like a while ago.
We got pickles. We can bring you some.
I don't need you to bring me some for me, like take home, but I would love some just to put on the burgers because she makes them.
Oh yeah, that was already planned.
Oh, thank God.
We can bring you some to take home too if you want them.
I'll eat them.
We need to get rid of the pickles that we have this year because we've got 2 more cucumber plants going, and
I'll eat them.
So we're gonna have more pickles going again this year.
I'll eat them. I'm excited for your smash burgers. Have you thought about using bagels as a bun for the smash burger?
Bagels?
It's what Junior does. It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it'd be too chewy.
It's not.
I don't know.
And we need to make a burger sauce. I think we need to have like an afternoon while we're out there concocting a burger sauce.
Well, it's just hard when you're like not at your kitchen where you can't like get access to stuff.
I'll bring stuff. It's fine.
Whatever you want to do.
And then we're gonna make the beef stew on site.
Oh, okay.
So just instead of freezing it, because we have the kitchen now. Like we'll have the way to make it. So it's just like I was asking her about it, and she was just like, "It takes me 30 minutes of prep, 45 minutes of cooking to make it." So I was like, "Fuck, okay." Like, why are we gonna do it ahead of time? Let's just do it there.
Yeah, for sure. We'll
be stopping at Tinker Air Force Base also to get supplies and stuff. So if you want anything, cheap booze, and I do mean cheap.
Yeah. So. Yeah, well, I think we're making a Costco run like a couple days before we go. So
you want a keg?
A keg?
Keg is too much. Half a keg. Yeah, that's more appropriate.
Say, because I don't think there's going to be. Like, I'll be drinking. I don't know how much my wife will or my father-in-law.
So I was going to bring the thing of strawberry puree and ginger beer for your wife. So she would...
Well, we'll have our own ginger beer.
Oh.
And I'm sure strawberry puree.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure she has as good of a time as we're going to have. Holly's, like, dead set on it. Like,
On having a good time?
No, on having Brittany have a good time, like a fucking badass time. She's like really hard on about it. I'm like, okay, calm down, dude. She's like, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna get her to try this with me. We're gonna do this and that. I'm like, okay,
let's go.
And she was like, if I need you to, can you watch The Boys with Matt? I'm like, fuck yeah, we're gonna play some baseball. There's 2 of us and 2 of them. They can't overpower us, so it's fine.
I watch them by myself all the time.
So it's like, I think Holly was kind of nervous meeting Brittany last time, and now she's like, oh, we're gonna go do this. Like, we're gonna have some fun. Like,
Yeah.
The only thing, the only small thing for the trip is the river. Is it only on those rafts that we can do stuff?
No, I think we can tube on it.
Okay,
I don't know why you couldn't.
I was just looking at pictures, and that's all they had was the rafts.
Well, I think that's what they're promoting.
Okay.
Like they want to rent their rafts and have people do that. And like,
I mean, I'll do a raft. That sounds badass.
Well, I don't know if it's. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's going to be like. I mean, it's not whitewater rafting. It's just rafting instead of tubing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's.
Now
we'll figure it out when we get there.
When we did last time, tie all the tubes together, have a good time.
Yeah,
that was my favorite.
Yeah.
I'm bringing the Yeti cooler, the soft one, so we can stuff it with drinks and sandwiches.
Oh, I got a new Yeti cooler that I was going to bring. It's a hard one.
Is it small or big?
Yeah, it's a smaller. I mean, it's.
Is it the hard or soft case?
Hard.
Is it? Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
It was the one that we had last year. The gray one or the tan one. It's the exact same size, but it's a new one that doesn't have holes in it or anything. And I got it as my Christmas gift from my company.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and it's white. So it looks all pretty.
It does now.
Fancy as fuck.
A big thing that we're bringing this time, though, is tiki torches.
Oh, yeah.
For the insects. Because here in Texas right now, it's fucking awful. I'm covered in bites right now. And I spray myself with
we haven't had enough, like, we've had 0 water up here. So, like, we haven't, there's not a lot of bugs.
It hasn't stopped raining.
So
we wanted to set a perimeter. Oh, wow. Ooh, okay.
We're at 10. It's time. We didn't even get to talk about what I've been eating.
Oh, shit.
So, that's all right. Well, there's plenty more nights. There's plenty more podcasts.
Well, there's only one more podcast before the live at location podcast. Both of us together.
I don't know if we're going to be able to do that live on location, though. I don't think we'll have the internet. Like, we can record it.
We might. I just gotta put a final yes on something, but we might.
Well, we'll see. No promises.
No promises, but we'll record one.
Definitely be back. Yeah, we're going to record one. We'll definitely be back next Thursday. Because, what was that?
What?
Yeah, that.
It's my chair.
Well, so we'll definitely be back next Thursday. We got another episode of the Sammies and Beer podcast. Thomas, do you have any final words for the wonderful people who are non-binary pride?
I just have one last little tidbit. I was helping a patient out, and he told me to stop the ambulance, and he pointed to a girl who had her top off in the middle of downtown, and he said, "That's my wife," and we kept driving.
That's a great story.
So that happened. I don't know if it's true or not, but I mean, those are some dark nipples.
The lies we tell ourselves, right?
Those are some really dark nipples. That's all I gotta say. She did it all the time.
Well, thank you everybody for stopping by. We appreciate each and every one of you. We will see you all back here next week. Same bat time, same Mexican channel. Toodles!